South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. Soak up the sun and let your stress melt away in our lagoon-style paradise swimming pool. We have 11 amazing restaurants featuring a wide variety for every price range and appetite. South Point's Garden Buffet has something for everyone at unbeatable prices. Or, if hunger strikes in the middle of the night, join us at Coronado Cafe. The American menu offers breakfast, lunch, or dinner 24 hours a day, plus a Chinese kitchen for authentic Chinese dishes from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. From steak and eggs to wonton soup, it's fast and friendly service 24/7. When you need a quick pick-me-up, you can find it at our state-of-the-art Starbucks just inside the main South Point entrance. Order ahead with the Starbucks app for easy mobile order pickups. Or enjoy your favorites in the relaxing dining area anytime, day or night. If you love Mexican food, Baja Miguel's has all of your south-of-the-border favorites. There are dozens of classics to choose from, like fajitas, ceviche, chimichangas, tacos, and more. And for spirit lovers, Baja's colorful non-smoking tequila bar is right outside.
Hi, I'm Kurt Angle. I represented the United States in the Olympics in 1996 and won a gold medal. Then I parlayed that into a pro wrestling career. I saw a commercial a few years ago.
Tunnel to Towers Foundation made a promise.
The Tunnel to Towers Foundation is paying off the mortgages for Gold Star families with young children. I thought, this is really cool. I want to be a part of it. My dad served in the Army for 30 years. We didn't have a lot of money, but he made sure we had what we needed. He set a great example for all of us. He died in a construction accident my freshman year in high school. When he died, we didn't have any income coming in, and we ended up being forced to move out of our house. I was devastated. So I understand what these families are going through, and to have an organization like Tunnel to Towers come in and pick you up and carry you and give you a home to live in, I think that's just amazing. I'd like to ask you to donate $11 a month to support these efforts by going to t2t.org or calling 1-844-BRAVEST.
Big-time, nighttime pools are always at Los Alamitos, with early Pick 4 pools of more than $175,000 on most nights, and a late Pick 4 pool of more than $150,000 on most nights. Plus, our Pick 6 pools have reached record figures in 2025, including a total pool of over $370,000 on June 15th, and record Pick 6 payouts. Big-time, nighttime pools every weekend at Los Alamitos.
The following is a Race Day Las Vegas presentation in association with Siraco Productions Limited on the Race Day Las Vegas Radio Network.
Live from the gaming capital of the world, time for Race Day Las Vegas, covering the sport of kings with a Las Vegas perspective. Now to the race desk with your host, Ralph Siraco.
From the backstretch to the turf club, at the racebooks and on the internet, to all horse players around the world, a good morning. All righty. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Race Day Las Vegas radio program for this Wednesday as we ramp up another week of covering the great sport of thoroughbred racing, Las Vegas style, here in Las Vegas, Nevada, at the South Point Studios at the South Point Hotel Casino Complex on Las Vegas Boulevard and the South Point Studios streaming network on YouTube. We welcome you to the show. Also welcoming all of those folks listening to us on our anchor radio station here in town, Sports Talk 1400 AM and 107.1 FM. And, of course, anywhere you get your podcasting. And, of course, our websites, racedaylasvegas.com, .vegas, .world, .global. Oh, let's see. Oh, yeah, and don't forget your devices, your iPhones, your Androids, or your Google phones. You can get your apps. KSHP app will get you listening through the radio station, the YouTube app. You can see and hear us through the YouTube app as well. And, of course, again, anywhere you get your podcast. Simply put, however, wherever, whenever you get us, welcome to the Race Day Show for this Wednesday. The weather here in Las Vegas is nice today. It's 87 degrees outside, and we're only going to get up to 104. Okay, only up to 104. Over the weekend, we've gotten as high as 114 degrees, okay? It was 11, 12, then up to 14, and yesterday I think it was 111. Well, we're finally getting down to the 100 single digits, and so it's going to be 104, capping out at 104 today. It's going to get cooler in the next couple of days as well here as far as those temperatures are concerned. And around the country, well, New York City has got 88 degrees, but they've been getting a lot of rain there. As a matter of fact, I saw some footage where some of the lower parts of the subway system in New York City got flooded out. We also have 91 degrees at Chicago, and Phoenix, Arizona is going to be 98 today. We're actually going to be hotter than Phoenix, Arizona, 104 here and 98 at Phoenix. El Paso is going to kick in at 99. And that looks like about the hottest spots in the nation. 82 degrees in Southern California. No racing there yet. But we are creeping closer and closer and closer to the opening of Del Mar on Friday. And then you know what happens. It's a great time of year. The some summertime horse players time of the year. When you get to Saratoga in the morning through the early afternoon. You get Del Mar from the early afternoon on to the evening, two of the great facilities for horse racing, two of the greatest meets, of course, throughout the year, Saratoga and Del Mar. Saratoga is already underway. They have a racing today at Saratoga, so we get a Wednesday card at Saratoga. Isn't that a lot of fun? That's for sure. And, of course, Del Mar will open on Friday. Looking ahead to what's going to go on this week, first of all, Friday, at Del Mar, they drew the card for Friday at Del Mar. The Oceanside is only, it's not divided into two divisions this year. They only got 10 for the Oceanside, so there's 10 in the Oceanside, the opening day feature at Del Mar. But there were 100 horses drawn for the entire card at Del Mar. So we're going to have good fields there at Del Mar for opening day, and that is on Friday. Coming up this week, as you know, today at Saratoga, there is racing. We have one steeplechase stakes race and one regular flat stakes race on the card today at Saratoga. Tomorrow, Saratoga will feature another stakes race. And then on Friday, of course, Del Mar kicks in with the Oceanside. Saratoga will feature a Grade 2 event there. And then on Saturday, Monmouth Park will take center stage because Monmouth Park will hold the Haskell Stakes, of which journalism has been entered in the race. He drew post 2 in the Haskell. We're going to get to that Haskell, take a look at that race, the Coaching Club American Oaks as well, and the Oceanside when Jonathan Hardoon gets with us in a couple of minutes. But at Monmouth Park, you'll have 6 stakes races on Saturday, headed up by, of course, the Grade 1 Haskell. You'll also have the United Nations, the Matchmaker, the Molly Pitcher, and the Monmouth Cup. All totaled 6 stakes races, a Grade 1, a Grade 2, 3 Grade 3s, and another one at that. So Monmouth's going to have a big card on Saturday near the shores of New Jersey, highlighted by the Haskell. As far as the other tracks, Del Mar will host the San Clemente. Saratoga will have 3 stakes races, a Grade 1, a Grade 2, and a Grade 3 that includes the Coaching Club American Oaks, the Alfred G. Vanderbilt, and the Caress Stakes as part of their stakes series of 3 on Saturday. And then we wrap it up on Sunday with another stakes race at Del Mar, Saratoga, Monmouth, and Ellis Park. We'll also have a stakes race. By the way, Saratoga will feature the Grade 2 Honorable Miss on Sunday. And Woodbine will have a big racing card on Sunday, 4 stakes races, 2 Grade 2s, and 2 others. Of those stakes races are included the Plate Trial, the Plate Trial Stakes for, of course, the King's Plate, and the Woodbine Oaks as well. And Emerald Downs will kick in with 6 stakes races on Sunday. So we're really starting to roll into some great summertime racing around the country. And just getting started, just getting the feel, getting ready for Del Mar on Friday. But we got a good racing card today at Saratoga. On our show today will be Jonathan Hardoon. Rich Engel will be back with us. If it's Wednesday, it means Rampart Day on race day, the Rampart Report with Duane Colucci. And, of course, John Lindo and Jerry J., who has an appointment while we speak. He's going to try to get that wrapped up, but if he doesn't, he left me a pick for you today at Saratoga. Jerry J. did, off of his Power Pages. A couple of quick notes as far as news is concerned. Tyler Gaffleone. Now, you remember he broke his ankle late March, and he's been trying to get back to the races. You remember a couple of weeks ago they said he was going to start back racing at Ellis Park. Well, Ellis Park's been going a couple of weeks now. I think maybe we're in our 3rd week or 4th week at Ellis Park. Well, they say now finally Tyler Gaffleone will return from that setback in March. Said he's going to be back in action on Saturday at Ellis Park. So that's good news. As far as what we call the police blotter, or whatever you want to call it there, from HISA, a couple of trainers got nailed. Phil Serpy will be suspended for 2 years because he had a clenbuterol positive in New York in 2024. Phil Serpy gets 2 years from HISA for that. And across the pond, they're doing the same thing across the pond as well. The British Horse Racing Authority has fined John and Thady Gosden $4,000 for a violation of their drug rule there as well. So the Gosdens didn't escape some penalties there in the great continent there in Britain. They got a $4,000 fine there. All right. I'm going to take a look at quickly here at the fastest Beyer figures over the weekend, okay? And the fastest Beyer figures of all of the races that ran this weekend was the Diana Stakes, where Excellent Truth, remember that stretch duel with Excellent Truth and She Feels Pretty, the Diana. Excellent Truth got a 102 Beyer for that big win in the Diana. The only other horse that broke 100 as far as the Beyers are concerned was Far Bridge on the same day earlier in the Bowling Green Stakes at a mile and 3/8 on the turf. He ran a 101 Beyer figure, and then that was really an easy victory there. If you remember, Joel Rosario looked back several times to see where the competition was coming from. None there. So he got a 101 in the mile and 3/8 turf race. Both of those races were on the turf on the same day, so you could see that the turf course was really in fast condition at Saratoga on that day. Other horses of note, really nobody else got into the 90s. Olivia Rose won the Belade. She got a 95, and the only other horse that broke 90 was Governor Sam winning the Quick Call. Also on the turf at Saratoga, he got a 92. So some of the fast Beyer figures in all the stakes races over the weekend. And as far as any of the precipitation around the country, really, no precipitation to talk about anywhere in the racing centers today, although we have been charting, and I'm sure you have too, of all of the flood area that's happening in places like northern Jersey and New York City. Can't believe that, but wait and see if they have more storms coming. Right now, it looks pretty clear there for the moment. All right. Well, we can get started with this Race Day Las Vegas show with our handicapper, Jonathan Ardoon, and, of course, your racing menu. And that'll come up next. So don't go away. We're just starting the week here from the South Point. Horses training on the tracks around the country this morning. And, of course, don't forget, if you go to our YouTube streaming network, you get to the Race Day page on the YouTube streaming network, you can start chatting away on the chat box. And they are chatting away on the chat box. Easy to do, too. Just get to that page and subscribe if you haven't already. It is free of charge. No charge to subscribe, but you need to subscribe to chat in the chat room. We'll be right back.
South Point Casino has plenty of attractions for the whole family. Catch a movie. Our 16-screen movie theater includes 2 XD Extreme screens for the ultimate in viewing, sound, and luxury. After the show, treat the family to a variety of treats at our old-fashioned ice cream parlor, Kate's Corner. We scoop up a variety of creamy concoctions, including smoothies, hand-dipped cones, milkshakes, malts, sodas, and sundaes. At Kate's, there's something for everyone. And if you've still got time to spare, our bowling center might be right up your alley. Voted Best of Las Vegas, it's a great place for friends and family fun. 64 lanes, a pro shop, snack bar, and arcade. And while the kids are bowling, you can play slots and sip on a drink in the Alley Cat Lounge while overlooking the lanes. For our more serious and professional bowlers, the South Point is also home to a separate tournament bowling plaza.
The best of quarter horse racing is always at Los Alamitos. Join us for one of our biggest nights of the year, California Breeders' Champions Night on July 26th, with a full night of stakes action, with the Governor's Cup Futurity led by the super talented filly, French Valley, plus top qualifier, El Dictator. The Governor's Cup Derby will have a lineup of accomplished runners, plus the ageless Cattail Cove could also be in action. It's the track of sunsets and stars, Los Alamitos Racecourse, California Breeders' Champions Night.
Alrighty, back on Race Day Las Vegas, getting ready to give you your menu for today. Usually on Wednesdays we have a light menu, but as we get into the summertime, there's more tracks being picked up. So we have 10 tracks on our racing menu today. I want to remind you that the first post times we broadcast on this show each and every day in the racing menu reflects that of the Pacific time zone, because that's where we're at here in Las Vegas. We're in the Pacific time zone. These will be the first post times that roll out in the race book here today at South Point. Now, if you're in the Pacific time zone, no problem. But if you're listening in all of those time zones around the world with all of our platforms, we know there's plenty of different time zones out there. So wherever you're at, adjust from the time zone you're in to the Pacific time zone. Tweak it out so you don't miss anything like I miss mom and dad. Okay? Here we go. We begin with Colonial Downs. Colonial Downs has 9 races today there. And, they're heavy on turf racing at Colonial Downs. So they have the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 6th, 8th, and 9th races will all be on the turf. The rest will be on the main track of the 9-race card. First post time at Colonial Downs is at 9:30 at Colonial Downs. Then we go to Delaware Park. Delaware Park is next. Delaware Park has a first post time for their 8-race card at 9:30 at Delaware Park. Belterra is next. Belterra Park. Their first post time at Belterra will be at 9:35 for an 8-race card there at Belterra Park. Then next comes Parks Racing. Parks Racing has 9 races today. Their Pick 5 Jackpot Carryover. Pick 5 Jackpot Carryover at Parks Racing today. $402,373. $402,373 in their Pick 5 Jackpot at Parks Racing today. Their first post time for their 9-race card is set at 9:40. Saratoga, up at Saratoga today. A couple of stakes races. The first one will be over the hurdles, though. So you have a steeplechase race as the opener at 2 3/8 miles. It's a $75,000 stakes race steeplechase. That'll be the first race. And then the 2nd through 9th races will be those good old flats, they call them. The 9th and final race is the feature of the day. It is the Susie O'Kane Stakes, $150,000 Susie O'Kane Stakes. Mile and 16th on the inner turf course for 3-year-old fillies. A couple of scratches in that race, however. Number 4, Blossoming Eurydice at 20-1 is scratched. And, of course, the 11 K-Cup, which was a main track only, is also scratched in the race. So you have 9 going in the feature. That's the last race on the card at Saratoga. First post time at Saratoga for their 9 races. 1 hurdle, and the other 9 are the flat thoroughbreds. First post time is at 10:10 today at Saratoga. 10:10 at Saratoga. Then we have Finger Lakes is next. Finger Lakes in the other northern New York racing right now. Finger Lakes has first post time at 10:15 for their 8-race card. 8 races at Finger Lakes today. Following that comes Horseshoe Indianapolis. Horseshoe Indianapolis has 9 races. The final race will be a quarter horse race. The first 8 will be thoroughbreds. And the first post time at Horseshoe Indianapolis is set at 11:10. 11:10 there. Presque Isle Downs is next. Presque Isle Downs has a first post time of 12:30 for their 8-race card. Louisiana Downs has 7 races today at Louisiana Downs. And Louisiana Downs' first post time is set at 2:05. And then we'll wrap it up with Penn National. Penn National's first post time for their 7 races is at 2:45. 2:45 at Penn National. And they're racing today there in Pennsylvania. All right. That's the racing menu for today. And you know the standout track in the racing menu, of course, is Saratoga. Let's go to Saratoga Springs right now, where Mr. Jonathan Hardoon is standing by. Jonathan, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. How are you?
I'm doing fine, my man. It's a pleasant day out here. We're going to get just a little bit of relief from all of the really hot weather here. But like I said, it's dry hot here, so it's not anything like there. What about your place with all the rain? Are you going to get something clear today?
It's absolutely a beautiful day today. I don't know if I'll be able to tell you the same thing tomorrow, but today it's absolutely beautiful. No rain in sight.
You know, it's kind of like crazy weather back there, back east. You know, you guys are getting flooding in areas that you don't normally get. I mean, North Jersey and New York City. Yeah. I mean, some of the subways.
Manhattan on Monday night was flooded. The subway system was totally flooded. It was like Niagara Falls. It was crazy.
So they had to stop the trains, and anybody who wanted to swim could probably swim upstream to the, using that. That's for sure. But wow, I don't know, crazy weather this year. That's for sure around the country. But let's take a look. We've got to take a look going a little bit further down to this weekend. First of all, on Friday at Del Mar. Now, unless the weather is really unusual there in Southern California, it ought to be a beautiful day for opening day on Friday at Del Mar. 100 horses were entered for the opening card.
Yeah, I got a little beef, Ralph. They drew on Sunday. The odds still aren't up. I mean, everybody's looking forward to opening day. Don't you think they should have posted the odds so everyone can get I mean, you could obviously handicap and make your own morning line if you want, but for Joe Public, it just doesn't seem right.
I don't know why they would do that, because normally, a guy might, want to hold off on odds if they thought the track condition was going to change, or some right, or some horse that would be a favorite is rumored to be getting scratched or something like that. But they could update the odds, that's for sure. But no morning line odds. Yes, maybe the odds maker hasn't made his way to Del Mar yet.
Yeah, what's he going to do? Wait till Thursday? So what was the point to draw on Sunday? It just doesn't make sense to me. And it's opening day. It's not like one day a year. Do it early. Give the fans an opportunity.
Now, this is the Oceanside is part of the Del Mar Derby series, and all the races, those prep races, and the Del Mar Derby are all on the turf. So this will be on the turf course. It'll be a mile on the turf for $100,000 for 3-year-olds. And I got to tell you, looking over the field, there are no horses that come to mind like, so and so is there. The resumes don't click with me. I mean, you got Cali Cat, Encanto, which is an Irish bred for Peter Urton, Iron Man Cal, Lyle the Crocodile, another Irish bred horse for Phil D'Amato. Artislas, that horse, Artislas, at least, I remember that horse a little bit. Juan Hernandez riding for Jeff Mullins. Kale's Angel, Game Warrior, Day and Age, Mala, and Bodhi Zaffa. Anything ring a bell to you?
Not really, Ralph, to be honest with you. I mean, there are no high profile horses in there, but they all made it to $100,000 stake race. So obviously there's got to be some talent in there.
Or they're trying to get in that's for sure. At Saratoga on I believe it's on Sunday, they're going to have the Coaching Club American Oaks Invitational. That was part of the series for the 3-year-old fillies in conjunction with the Triple Crown races at the respective tracks. But it isn't as effective as it used to be. However, there's only 6 in that race at 1 1/8. And La Cara, although they haven't posted the morning lines on that yet either, La Cara is, I would think, would be the favorite to go gate to wire in that race.
Well, I don't know. It's a small field, 6 horses. Unfortunately, a lot of these stake races the fields just aren't filling. I didn't get a chance to look at it yet. You have, like you said, La Cara. I don't know. Dry Powder's in there. There's a couple of horses that are getting better with each start, and let's see how it goes.
Well, we know that
Brad Cox sends out Immersive, who obviously will probably be odds on.
Yeah,
the horse is 4 for 5 lifetime and only got beat a neck last time out, if you remember, by Take Charge Milady at the Monomoy Girl race in Churchill Downs.
Yeah, and Take Charge Milady comes back in that field, so we're going to figure that La Cara will probably be the pace. She always goes out there. And then you got the rematch between Take Charge Milady and Immersive. Of course, Immersive is out of the Brad Cox barn. Take Charge Milady out of the Kenny McPeak barn. And La Cara has been trained by Mark Cassie, who won the stakes race at Woodbine on Sunday. So that's going to be a kind of a neat race as well. And then, of course, we've got the Haskell, which is the big race at Monmouth Park. Of course, you got the Matchmaker, the Monmouth Cup, and all those great races, the Molly Pitcher, the United Nations. They're stacking it up at Monmouth Park. But the big one, the $1 million Haskell for 3-year-olds at 1 1/8 is the one that everybody will be looking at. And that field has been drawn from the rail out with the morning line, by the way. Number 1 is Bracket Buster, John Velasquez for Vicky Oliver. The 2 is Journalism, Umberto Rispoli for Mike McCarthy at 4 to 5 on the morning line. Odds-on favorite there. Number 3 is Wild and Crazy Night, Isaac Castillo for Dan Ward. The 4 is Burnham Square. He comes back. Brian Hernandez for Ian Wilkes. You have the 5 horses, National Law, Iret Ortiz Jr. for Jorge Duarte Jr. The 6 is Gosker, the horse that Journalism ran down in the Preakness Stakes. He returns, a son of Nyquist. Luis Saez aboard for Brendan Walsh. The 7 is Kentucky Outlaw, Florent Garreau for Elisa Dunn. Felisa Dunn is the trainer there. And the 8 is Goal Oriented, Flavian Pratt for Bob Baffert. And we all know Bob Baffert's record in the Haskell.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting. Well, all the jockeys are happy because Flavian Pratt will be spending Saturday at Monmouth, so that's good news for the New York riders. I guess the Ortiz brothers will try to dominate. They may even be out of town as well. Who knows? We got to check. But listen, they got 8 horses, so that's good. My problem is, do they really need 14 races? I mean, they just overdo it. 14 races is just, and it's the 12th race, so it becomes a really long day. And if you play Southern California, you'll have Del Mar, so you'll be finished around 10 o'clock if you live on the East Coast. That's just wonderful.
Well, you could make sure you bring the TV set into the dining room when you're eating. Because otherwise you're going to have a late snack dinner, so to speak. That's for sure. But between Del Mar in Southern California, Monmouth Park with the big card that they have, and you stick in Saratoga in there. It's going to be a heck of a Saturday, though.
Yeah, but the East Coast always has to worry about weather. They actually are calling for a chance of rain on Saturday, and that would really just mess things up, especially for Monmouth. They get one good day a year with it, and this is it. It's Haskell Day. That's their biggest day of the year. So hopefully the weather stays away and the card isn't decimated with scratches.
All right, so you're saying that, of course, the weather at Saratoga can change every 10 minutes, but you're saying that the predictions a little bit more stable predictions is at Monmouth. Okay. Well, you do remember that Monmouth Park does not have a great luck with big days of racing. The one time that they hosted the Breeders' Cup, it was an absolute mess.
A deluge.
Yes. We remember that. That's for sure. Well, taking a look at Saratoga in the first week of action there for the real meet, anything that comes to your mind that is out of the ordinary?
Well, 3 days were wasted out of the 4 because of the weather. I mean, the handle was way down, attendance was way down, everything was way down, but it was all due to weather. They had a bunch of 4-horse fields. I would just consider today the new opening day. Listen, they had 3 other opening days for Saratoga. Why not make a 4th one?
Okay, well, we could put that mindset into place for today's racing at Saratoga, since it is a beautiful day out there. But before we wrap up with the races coming up this weekend, the Haskell, I mean, you've got journalism at 4 to 5. He looks like he's in, everything else is one class behind him. However, Gossiger, it seems that in that race, and until I get really deep into the past performances, it looks like Gossiger's probably going to be the pace of the race, don't you think?
Yeah, but if Gosker couldn't beat him last time when he had 5 lengths on him at the 16th pole, and journalism had a pile up behind, if you remember, getting through, and he still caught him, well, why would he beat him this week if journalism has any sort of a clean trip? I'd be more interested in a horse like Burnham Square, who had all kinds of trouble in the Derby. Then last time out at the race at Churchill, the Matt wins, he ran a good second that day. So he may have somewhat of a chance if you're looking to beat journalism. But again, it's early, so we got to dig into the race. It's only Wednesday, and that race is on Saturday. They have about 200 races before we get to that race. Ralph.
Yes, that is for sure. And we have some good undercard races at both Monmouth Park and at Saratoga. On the day of the Coaching Club American Oaks, the Alfred G. Vanderbilt, which is a race at 6 furlongs for $400,000, drew a full field of 8 horses like Nakatomi, Baby Yoda, Nash, Bookham Dano is in the race, Mulligan is there. This is going to be a pretty good scrum. And breaking from the rail is the Speedy Skelly. Wow.
Yeah. And everyone knows he's been having gait trouble lately, so them drawing the rail couldn't make them happy. I'll tell you that much.
No, you don't want to have gait trouble in a speedy 6 furlong stakes race on the main track at Saratoga, breaking from the rail and have gait trouble. Do not want to do that. No.
No.
And anyhow,
but by the way, the Monmouth card is really loaded because all the stake races are at the end of the card, and every one of those races are full. So that's good. Looks like really a terrific betting card there. So we will be doing Monmouth for sure.
Okay, and we will obviously go look into those some of the undercard stakes races as the week progresses. But I just wanted to get the major races a quick first look at them as we roll into the weekend on the Race Day show. But it's going to be a great weekend, especially with Del Mar kicking in on Friday.
Yeah,
and it's really this is the horse player time of the year. That's for sure. All right, Getting back to Saratoga, as you put it, fourth opening. Their fourth opening is today. What are we doing for a pick?
We're going to look at the 6th race today, Ralph. 1 mile and a 16th on the inner turf, and I really like the number 3 horse in here, Starlight Dancer. This is a 4-year-old filly from the Michelle Nevin barn. Kendrick Carmouche aboard to ride. Finally broke her maiden last time out, but she's really improving with each and every start. Again, a ridiculous 8-1 on the morning line, full field of 10. Scratches in there are the also eligibles. The 11, 12, 13, and 14 come out. So again, healthy field of 10, 8-1 on the morning line. Number 3, Starlight Dancer, upsets and wins today's 6th race out at Saratoga.
All right, 8-1 on the morning line with Kendrick Carmouche aboard On the inner turf course at a mile and 16th, the 6th race, number 3, Starlight Dancer, the 3 in the 6th, as Jonathan Ardune's play at Saratoga today. And, of course, you can get the full sheet of Saratoga today at his website.
JONHARDOON.com. Thank you, Ralph. Stay safe and be well.
And you enjoy that weather today there, Jonathan, that's for sure. Thanks a lot, my man.
Thanks, Ralphie.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have Rich Eng and, of course, Duane Colucci from the Rampart, as well as John Lindo and Jerry J's picks at least, so don't go away.
Here we are in Houston, opening up our first veteran village. This beautiful building that's going to house 161 homeless veterans. Any veteran that risks their lives and they're struggling with PTSD, mental illness, addiction. We're also building what I call comfort homes, 500 square foot homes. These are for older homeless veterans, so they have their own space and give them back some of their dignity, some of their independence, and most certainly give them back their life. Go to T2T.org to learn how you can change a veteran's life forever.
Sports by the book.
Sports by the book.
Sports by the book.
Sports by the book, South Point Studio.
We don't make stuff up here.
I would only play the Pirates team total going under.
What the hell happened to Minnesota's pitching? This total is really crashed without plumbing the lineup.
I think this number's too high, but they're laying me the 6.
Oh, I know.
Caitlin Clark drives handle on the WNBA.
Never mind all these Mickey Mouse other stations. We are giving you hands-on information.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas. Time to go out to Rich Eng standing by. Richie, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Ralphie. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, listeners.
Are you jonesing for the opening at Del Mar on Friday?
Oh, yeah. I can't wait for Del Mar and start handicapping the cards, making a sheet for that. And I can't wait for the Monmouth card on Saturday. I spent many summers in Monmouth before moving out to Las Vegas, Ralph. And Haskell Day is fun. And but I kind of have to agree that 14 races, you talk about a long day working in publicity at the racetrack. that was all day, all-nighter.
Yeah, it'll be all day for the players. If they don't hit early, they'll be hitting the ATM machine several times before the races are over there. But we're going to try to help the players make some money at Monmouth on Saturday, that's for sure. Your thoughts about, the couple of weeks that we've had at Saratoga?
Well, I've really enjoyed the racing. Have not enjoyed the weather, though. I mean, that's really made the first 2 weeks kind of difficult, is the off the turf scratches, stuff like that. And that's one reason why Del Mar, for a lot of handicappers, is a lot more easier to attack, because you're almost guaranteed fast and firm. And there's not that many scratches, because, when horses are sent to Del Mar, they're sent to race, they're sent to win, they're not sent to scratch out. So what you see is what you get at Del Mar. Can't wait for that.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun, that's for sure. As far as Saratoga is concerned, most of the players who are the players there at the top did their job at Saratoga on Sunday. Todd Pletcher won 3 races out of the first 6 races. He won the first with Ira Ortiz Jr., and then the third with Luis Saez, and then wrapped it up with Joel Rosario in the 6th race. Brad Cox and Ira Ortiz Jr. got together. Flavian Pratt and Chad Brown got together for a win. Of course, Junior Alvarado and Bill Mott, all the regulars. And then, of course, Linda Rice. She had a couple of winners. Gave one to Kendrick Carmouche in the 7th race, and another one to Jose Lescano, 2 of her top riders in the 8th race as well. Pick 6 paid a little bit under $2,500, $2,488 on Sunday. So looked like it was pretty close to the best and predictable racing as far as all the kingpins and all the top trainers and jockeys there on Sunday. But of course, we're taking a look at Monmouth Park. You have spent a lot of time there, not only working in the staff there, but when you and I were together in Southern in Jersey, we always made a trip out to Monmouth Park, and it was always on a big day of racing. And I can tell you that the Haskell this year, although it looks like a race that journalism is either going to win or lose by journalism's performance, it's still going to be a great day of racing with all those other stakes races.
Yeah, I heard Jonathan's comment about the race, and I agree with him 99% of the time. But I must admit, I'm kind of a Gosker fan because, his race in the Preakness, I know he gave up a 5-length lead and was caught by journalism late. But Gosker's only had 4 career starts, Ralph. And if you look at his speed figures, they have gone up each one of the 4 races. So if he improves in race number 5, that means journalism, he's going to have to work to get it, even though he's 4 to 5. But Gosker's an interesting horse. Brendan Walsh is a fantastic trainer.
Yes.
And he has pointed for this race since the Preakness. He's given this horse some time. He is really going to have this horse on the screws.
Yes, he has. And he made mention of that, and he also said that he wasn't going to go to the Haskell unless the Gosker told him he was ready, and I guess he did. So we'll wait and see about that. It'll be exciting this weekend, that's for sure, as we ramp up with Del Mar on Friday, the big racing at Monmouth on Saturday, and, of course, some of the big races over the weekend at Saratoga. But we're going to start building a bankroll today, and, Richie, I know that you search all over the country for a pick on Wednesday, so where you're at today?
Well, here's an angle I've been using on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday when Monmouth is not open. I take a look around and try to find out where Paco Lopez and his agent are going to ride. I know yesterday they were at Parks and won a couple of races. Today they're going to be at Colonial Downs. And I picked one of the Paco Lopez mounts. It comes in race number 6. It's a 1.125 miles on the grass, and he rides for Steve Claceris, number 10, Fal Furious. And this horse has a lot of back class, kind of struggled for a little bit at the start of this year, but ran a good race last time out. I think this horse is primed for a top effort. Let's go with the 10, Fal Furious, in race number 6.
All right, following Paco on the off days of Monmouth around the East Coast, and he lands in the 6th race of number 10, Fal Furious. Number 10, Fal Furious. Paco Lopez aboard at Colonial Downs, 6th race, the 10-horse there. And, of course, Richie will be getting set for watching and getting your picks on a daily basis when Del Mar starts again on Friday. In the meantime, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Hey, thanks, Rob. Good luck, everybody.
All right, Richie, before you go, real quick, do you have a Simo sheet today or not?
Did not put one together. Okay. I'm just going to wait for Friday's opening.
Okay, you got it. Thanks a lot, Richie. Just wanted to make sure that we didn't forget a Simo sheet if you got one there today. Thanks a lot, Rich. All right, now we're going to go to the Rampart. Mr. Duane Colucci standing by. Duane, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. How you doing today?
I'm doing fine. Are you getting all jazzed up and ready to go for Del Mar on Friday?
Can't wait. The Oceanside tradition, and definitely excited about Del Mar. It's finally here, and 2 o'clock post, which is good this Friday, and a lot of excitement surrounding this meet, so I'm happy.
Yeah, I am. I think, and I'm going to ask John Lindo, I think they are going to have 3 new wagers that they're going to present there, but these are new wagers only to Del Mar. They have been wagers that they've already been in place for Santa Anita's meet, so we're waiting and kind of get that refreshed from John Lindo. But it's going to be a fun time at Del Mar, and, of course, that Ship and Win program that they've had, and I think they've had that thing for almost 8-10 years now, has been very successful, getting horses there.
Yeah, huge incentive. Definitely, it brings horses from all over the country, and it's good that Del Mar's proactive with that because we know the state of Southern California racing. So Del Mar is very proactive. Joe Harper does a fabulous job there. He's constantly around the facility. You know, I spend a lot of time there in the summer, and you could always see Joe on a daily basis. So that's great that you have hands-on management there. And yeah, it's been around quite a while now, almost a decade, Ralph, but great to see. And it's great to have Del Mar on top of Saratoga, Colonial, Ellis. We have so many fabulous meets, and the Haskell this weekend. So it's going to be a great weekend of racing, and really excited this week.
Duane, you know, you're talking about where you spend time down at Del Mar. You know, at this time of the year, especially with the temperatures that we have, when you go to Del Mar on any given day during the meet down there, it looks like Las Vegas because there are so many locals here that take little vacations or little trips down there at Del Mar to enjoy the races and the weather down there, right?
Yeah, Ralph, definitely. You have to beat this 110-degree heat somehow, and Del Mar's the perfect facility. You know, the weather is unbelievable. I've been going now ever since I've moved to Las Vegas. First, it was the first 20 years at Saratoga. Now it's been the last 30-some-odd years at Del Mar, and I think it's rained maybe 3 times that I've been there. And like I said, I do spend quite a long time there. So the weather's fabulous. I noticed this week it's like in mid-70s, which is actually a little cooler for Del Mar. So it's just so exciting. You see so many different celebrities, so many different lovely looking ladies, and it's an exciting time, and definitely the premier meet in Southern California now, even exceeding the November meet and some of what Santa Anita does. So Del Mar is the best. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we all are. That's for sure. Well, Duane, we know that you search out a winner for us on Wednesday. So where are we going today?
Well, we have to go to Saratoga, in my opinion. Colonial has a fabulous card, but I'm going to Saratoga, race 8, number 5, alternate reality. Wayne Potts, Elliott is in the saddle. He's been riding pretty good. I'll be honest. He's been competing with the big boys. He's a solid rider, Christopher Elliott, and I think this horse, second time, I should say now with Wayne Potts, should be able to get the job done. He had a nice run over a sloppy track at Saratoga last time, and his field doesn't pack too much power. So, you know, you might get a little less than this 7-2. I think the one horse is another option to possibly run second in that race, but race 8 at Saratoga, number 5, alternate reality. And I like John's pick, too, earlier, Jonathan Hardoon's pick. Excellent pick there with Caramouche in the 6th race as well. So those are 2 horses that I'll be structuring my pick 4s and pick 5s around, and definitely think this horse will be the one to beat in race 8.
All right.
Alternate reality.
All right, so he gave us the 6th race. You gave us the 8. It's real simple to make a pick 3. We go Singleton, All, and Singleton. If that is the case, with 2 scratches out of a 7-horse field in the 7th, that'll be 6 horses there. So for $1 pick 3, singling the 6th race, Jonathan's horse, the 3, taking the All in the 7th, and then singling your horse, the 5 in the 8th race, will cost $6 for that $1 pick 3 bet there at Saratoga. Well, Mr. Colucci, I don't know if we'll see you, of course, at Del Mar this weekend, but certainly anybody that's up in your area and doesn't stop by the Rampart for all those great racing cards coming up this weekend around the country are really getting their first bad beat. So make sure you get up there to the Rampart in that part of the country here in the Las Vegas northeastern suburb by the Summerlin there at the Rampart. Thanks a lot,
Yeah. Definitely, Ralph. Thank you. We'll have everything fired on the video wall, and thank you so much. Good luck today.
You got it, my man. Thanks a lot. All right, when we come back, we've got John Lindo standing by in Southern California. I'll bet you he's jonesing for the opening day at Del Mar. And, of course, I'll give you Jerry J's pick if he doesn't get back in time to join us on the show. Don't go away.
South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. Soak up the sun and let your stress melt away in our lagoon-style Paradise swimming pool. A relaxing getaway where you can bask in the desert sun and enjoy seasonal food and bar service poolside. And if you really want to escape, come to Spa Costa del Sur. From couple suites to a co-ed wet area, our spa caters to business and leisure travelers who want to unwind and elevate their senses. A visit to one of our spa's steam, sauna, or whirlpool treatment rooms will leave any guest feeling like they can take on the world.
The best of quarter horse racing is always at Los Alamitos. Join us for one of our biggest nights of the year, California Breeders' Champions Night on July 26th, with a full night of stakes action, with the Governor's Cup Futurity led by the super talented filly French Valley, plus top qualifier El Dictator. The Governor's Cup Derby will have a lineup of accomplished runners, plus the ageless Cattail Cove could also be in action. It's the track of sunsets and stars, Los Alamitos Racecourse, California Breeders' Champions Night.
The Race Day Las Vegas Show, the only exclusive daily local media racing information source in Las Vegas.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas. Time to go out to John Lindo, standing by in Southern California. John, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, my man. We're getting all anxious and excited about the opening of Del Mar on Friday and all those great racing cards coming up this weekend that include that big card at Monmouth, with journalism looking like if he does his thing, he'll win the Haskell.
Well, he ran on all three legs of the Triple Crown. He's gotten a little freshening, so that ought to help him. He's training well, and Michael McCarthy wouldn't put him on the plane if they didn't like his chances, and don't go to sleep on goal-oriented. He's trained really well for Bob Baffert. He's out there, and that's enough to get Flavien Prat to leave Saratoga for a Saturday, so that's going to tell you something as well.
And you know as well as I do, the Haskell is one of those races that Bob Baffert has won so many times in the past history.
Absolutely. He's been a regular there for many, many years.
John, I understand that Del Mar is going to pick up three bets that had been initiated earlier this year at Santa Anita, along with the regular betting menu there.
Right. And I like the wagers. They worked out well at Santa Anita. Del Mar is adding that $3 late pick 3, and that's with a 15% takeout. They're changing their late daily double to a $5 minimum and a reduced 15% takeout. And then on weekends and on opening day, special days like that, they're going to have a mid-card 50-cent pick 4. I think that pick 4 on Friday is races 4 through 7. And you got to remember one change from Santa Anita too. That dollar place pick all is in play at Del Mar. They don't have that at Santa Anita. So there's some different wagers, and I like them all. I think there are things that we can get involved with.
Oh, great. The Lindo Report going to be busy this week?
Yes, sir. Doing late pick 5s basically at Saratoga this week with Del Mar getting started. So late pick 5 starting today, and I've already done through Saturday. We'll see what the Sunday card looks like at Saratoga. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the full cards at Del Mar every racing day.
All right, you got it, my man. Okay, your easy schedule is now over, buddy. We're in the fast lane here when it comes between Del Mar and Saratoga, and I'm sure you're going to have a thought or two on some of those stakes races at Monmouth Park on Saturday. We'll pick your brain about that as well. But you do have a pick today at Saratoga.
Yeah, I'm going to go up against Duane Colucci. I'll go to race 8 at Saratoga. Number 1, Double Your Money, has good tactical speed on the rail. That's a good combination going 1 1/8 at Saratoga. The horse has had 7 starts this year, been in the exacta in all 7 starts. Even though he's based at Parks, he did go to Aqueduct in March and showed he fits with the New York crowd. So I don't worry about the shipping over to Saratoga here. 9-2 in the program. There's value on number 1, Double Your Money, race number 8 at Saratoga.
All right. You like the 1, Double Your Money, the 1 in the 8th race. Duane came earlier with the 5 in alternate reality in the 8th race. And Jerry J's pick for us today at Saratoga is on the same number 5 alternate reality. So we've got a good housekeeping handicapper seal of approval on the 5 alternate reality. Duane and Jerry both like that horse. You like the 1. So I got a super Siraco exacta box going on. The Siraco play here in the 8th race is going to be the 1-5-5-1. And as far as Jerry J's link-ups, you can go to Jerry J's power page, get the power page, and Jerry said that he usually rates 4 horses above the line on his power pages on his sheet, and so along with the actual pick alternate reality, the other 3 above that line would be his link-ups. And so if you want his link ups, you're going to get the Jerry J's Power Page Plus, and he'll have the link ups there. But his key horse is the 5 Alternate Reality, along with Duane. John's horse is the 1 Double Your Money. And all I want to see is the 1-5 and 5-1 battling to the wire there in the 8th race today at Saratoga. And we are going to have a very, very interesting week coming up, that's for sure. And John, in taking a look, just another quick thought about the Haskell. Now, we know that journalism obviously is the horse to beat, but there are, if you're going to adhere to the fact that you're going to give the race to journalism, then I would imagine that your key exacta horse would be the Baffert horse, right?
Yeah, I think the California horses are both going to run well in that race, and goal-oriented from the outside. I think it gives Flavien Prat some options. I would not be surprised to see goal-oriented go from the outside, try and put those other speed horses in a bad spot, put him on the lead. He's a big, strong horse, and he's really trained well for this race. And you get a big horse with a long stride on the lead, then they're going to have to do some work to get by him. Obviously, journalism, he's been a cut above all the other 3-year-olds except Sovereignty all year long.
And I got to tell you that the opening card at Del Mar looks really competitive as well. Can't wait to see the Lindo report. Don't forget the Lindo report for all of what he just said, that entire schedule. All those Lindo reports will be here at the South Point, each and every one of them, comprehensively, free of charge, exclusively, here at the South Point Racebook, and the only place you can get it here in Las Vegas because they love horse players here. And of course, the horse players, we love you guys out there for watching this show as well. So in lieu of the fact that Jerry didn't make it on time, we'll go ahead and you'll give us the last word there, John.
Have a great race day, everybody.